Now the first thing, as I was sitting there, I got something for the word self-center. Now, it doesn't describe exactly which self-center. Is it the outside one or the inside one? You follow? So we have to change that now. The inner self-center. Well, since self-center here is the very foundation, it's got to read the innermost self-center. And what is a foundation? This is what I got a few days ago. This is the bed of the ocean. Now I have to explain this from the outside. Now later on I will tell you where this takes place inside of it. And we make a vertical line, and we have 3 layers. 1, 2, 3. And the first layer is the land. And the next one is the clay. And the next one is the rock. Even geologists tell us that. So when you build, this is the land, and this is the clay, and Isaiah brings it out very, very nicely. The potter with his wheel making a vessel. Got it? And this is from where we come. And down here are the rocks, and they're the foundation. Not only are they the foundations, but these are from where the seeds come. And when they come from here, they go in here, and this is what we may call the protoplasm. This is where we are first born, and then we are put up there. Or we can stay in here in the sea. Now, if you like to understand this better, get on your internet and look for the thermal vents, the tubes, thermal vents. Now, I would be here all night if I tried to explain all this to you, but understand that this is it. So, when this age, all of this has been through the seasons, and as I was told once by my spiritual friends, somebody has to come along and start a whole new cycle. Because, now listen to this, good thing I have a good memory, because we have hit a stone wall and can't go any further. You got it? This is the stone wall. So we, in the innermost self-center now, destroying this, but we don't destroy them because now they are spiritual beings and they can live without this. So here we got to start. We take this away, and when we clean all this, then we have our 3 layers. And I'm happy to tell you that we are at the very bottom here, the innermost self-center. Now it sounds as if we're blowing our horns tonight, but you have to be confronted with the truth, which is pure. Understand that? Innermost, right down to the bottom. Here is where we put our house. Many people put their houses in here, and some even up here. But our house rests upon a stony foundation. And Jesus told us that those who build a house, which is our vessel, which is our soul, upon a stony foundation, the winds, the storms, whatever comes, can never knock them down. But if you build them on sand or clay, here or here, and they tumble away. Okay. Now, we have in chiropractic a couple of principles. And of course, the very basic one, as our friend Fernando showed us very nicely, and I thank you for it, is tone. That's our principle, our basic principle. A new frequency, that's who we are. A new tone, that's who we are. The old tone is disappearing. This is why you hear of fires in countries that had cultures for a long time. These people don't want to change. So nature comes around and does the job for them. And this is going to be the same thing with our country here. You see, first, we have to be put on a testing ground. And everything that isn't wanted, that isn't necessary, that isn't essential, must be taken away. And that goes for the United States of America. Yes, that will not disappear because it will be the new nation. What its name is going to be, that is the leader of it, we don't know. Because the very basis in us is within the molten pots outside of the temple. A molten pot. And these 2 bones that make up our pelvis, the 2 bones, when they function as one, you know what it's called? The innominative bone, meaning it has no name yet. Because where will we get the name? Right here. The script is here. And when we get rid of all that, and we get down to rock bottom, then we will see the script that Almighty has left us. Last time it was called Jehovah.